welcome back to the Spaghetti Western cooking show. Anyway, what we're doing today, I owe you guys an episode. So this is going to be a little exploratory. And part of it is because, I'm cheap. So, saw on Craigslist just recently, a guy was getting rid of a Corvette gas tank. It was from like a 1991 Corvette. And the reason I went for it is because looking at it, it's obviously larger than kind of what I need as far as it is. It's too long. I'm going to try, and that's kind of what this video is going to be about. But one of the things that I did like about it is that it is a center fill tank. I don't know how, whatever the mechanism is in a Corvette, how to fill it. Maybe it's just right through the decklet or something like that. But the net comes like right up out of it. You don't have to run a hose or anything to it. This is what's left of the gas cap. But it's got a little filler thing with a little anti-splashback lip on there. And it has a complete fuel pump and a fuel sender unit. And so those kind of things appealed to me as far as sticking it in the front of this car, being able to, fill it up on either side because it's a center fill thing. And that essentially it's not foolproof, and I'm going to make it even more not foolproof. Probably what I'm planning to do, but we'll see if that even works. And this would obviously be probably a powerful enough pump. And I don't know if I need like an inline pump to supply enough pressure to the Subaru SVX Flat 6, but if it can support a Corvette V8, it's probably pretty close. Okay, so this sucker measures roughly 48 inches from end to end. In the car, which let's go take a little walk right now. We have that space right there in front of the, well, it's not a firewall, it's just a wall separating the front trunk area from the engine, from the passenger compartment. This, I have space in here of 34 inches. So, and that's with a very slight gap on both sides. Ideally I'm just going to see if I can cut out essentially, this from, this mark all the way around, this mark all the way around, and put the caps back on the center section of the tank, and do some gas brazing and braze them together. Now, let's see. One of the things that is going to be a hiccup, I don't know how badly it's going to affect this, and it's also, I just need to be smart about this. It's plastic lined. It's like a factory tank, and so it has a plastic lining, and I don't know how that was applied, if it was like, heated up with molten plastic, and they rotated it and everything like that to cover the inside of it. I'll see if I can actually grind away areas of plastic on either side, and the exterior is galvanized. It looks like, but not super thick. It's obviously kind of worn away in areas and started to have a little bit of surface rust on it. And so yeah, you don't want to weld on galvanized, zinc coating, because that creates a nasty, breathing gas. It's not absolutely fatal, but it will make you feel horrible for a day or so afterwards. And you have to drink like buttermilk or something like that to draw it out of your system, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm only doing this because this was free, and also partly because it's a steel tank, so I don't have to do any fancy aluminum welding or pay for that because I don't have a TIG welder right now, and I don't have any experience aluminum welding. So, but I do have some experience brazing, and I'm getting more comfortable with that. So yeah, let's see how this goes. So you're gonna just join me while I cut this apart and explore what this is all about. All right, let's get to it. Huh. Okay, well, that's interesting. There you can see it, yeah, this plastic liner, I don't know, maybe they just pop this liner into place and then weld the tank shell around it. It is pretty bomber. I mean, it's not like, doesn't look like it's cast into the into it. It looks like, yeah, it's just a big ass liner that they welded the whole thing up about. I don't know if I'm going to keep this, frankly. I might just see if I can cut and peel this out of here and not even have this liner in here. I'm sure everyone has their opinion. But yeah, so okay. Interesting. And probably some of you are like, oh, maybe, don't use a grinder around a gas tank. This tank has been sitting out dry and empty for a little bit, and yeah, I mean, I'm not covering up this main opening, so there's no gases to compress and ignite, which would cause an issue. I mean, if anything, it would be like a woof of something, but yeah, obviously that didn't happen. So, okay. I'm just going to keep on with this and keep chopping away. So, yeah, maybe if you want to watch, you can watch. Maybe I'll speed it up. All right. All right. We still have battery power? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, this is close-ish to the size that I want this. And yeah, how about that? This is just a plastic core that they stuck in there. So I should be able to delicately remove it and be left with just the steel shell. And all right, we're back. I had to swap out the battery. Okay, so here we are. Whoop, all right, so I just kind of popped it in there in the thing. All right, where's the stupid light? Everybody wants to be able to see what the hell I'm talking about. All right, so you can kind of see that's that little it's a little baffle tray, I guess, that the fuel pickup sits in. All right, and that's got to be on the bottom apparently, and so that's how this tank maybe will be oriented. If yeah, I don't know. I guess that could be open to interpretation since I'm pulling out the plastic lining. That'll probably go with it, and I might have to just create my own little baffle. So anyway, you can kind of see that. Yeah, that's the space, and that's the kind of the height. The little filler neck would probably stick out to there, so we're still comfortably, you know, under the hood space, under the trunk lid space. It's a little gappy, kind of back here in this orientation. Yeah, we'll might have to play around with how it's going to sit. But I'm kind of hopeful for having spent a whole, 15-20 minutes chopping up an old Corvette tank. Anyway, yeah, if you guys want to comment on this, please do so. We can always use more ideas and brains instead of just me doing it myself. But yeah, so we have pieces, parts for free, and I created a mess. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this little short episode. I'm going to try and keep these episodes short so that they don't just bore the hell out of everybody. Thanks for joining me for some actual physical work on this here Lancia. See you soon. I will do my best to keep putting these out. And I just got the motorcycle started in the other video if you want to check that out. So anyway, that's what I'm doing, as well as continuing to work on the film. So that's it, and thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.